Before we get into your entrepreneur thing, let's get into the music. All right. So what brings you out here today?
I'm here because on October 24th, I have a remix project coming out. I had a self-titled album out this year, Errol Eats Everything, that came out on February 11th with #1 college radio and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And on the 24th of October, I have a remix project with some songs from there. And something's dropping on the 24th, a remix of a song called Beyond Yonder with Blue.
Okay.
From Blue and Exam.
All right. So how long you been doing music for? I'm just curious.
I've been doing music my whole life, man. So I'll say this. I came to New York City, winter of 1998.
Okay.
I've had vinyl pressed on a few different labels. I had vinyl through Fat Beats.
Okay.
And you know, and then I stopped for a while. And then a long story, but the producer of the project is called Furious Evans, and he was relentless and kept on sending me music, and then everything just kind of was like divine, man, and it just came together and got traction and started having the conversations you always wanted to have. You know?
All right, so let me ask you a question. What was the pause for? Was it like something personal, or was you felt like the music wasn't getting the support? Because sometimes you go put your all into it, and you like, damn, y'all invested so much. So you can explain that for me?
Had kids, you know, married, got kids.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I put so much of my life and effort into this.
Yeah.
And I was really mad at myself for putting so much effort in an attempt to master a craft.
Yeah.
That can't really translate to a lot of other things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a fact.
And so I was like, what did I, and then I just kind of like, whatever, man, just to learn that you can't walk away from who you are.
That's a fact. So let me ask you a question. So what drew you back into it though?
Furious Evans, the producer of the project, kept on sending me beats and beats and beats. We have a long, I've known him forever. And then, and one day I just realized, you know what? I'm in a position I always wanted to be in. Like, I always said, oh, this job's holding me back from spitting, and then one day I was just like, this is where I always wanted to be. And then about 6 weeks, I recorded all these songs, and then sat on it for 2 years. And then, long story, I put it out, and it got crazy traction. I was like, yo, and it like went #1 college radio and whatnot.
That's a blessing.
And so I was like, yeah, and then you start having conversations you always wanted to have, and people start reaching out, and it's mind blowing. But the funny thing is, the game changed.